everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It's weird because we're in person today, so hopefully this turns out okay.
We don't know, like, do we look here? Do we look here?
Well, what do you and Jonathan do in your podcast? You guys kind of look
kinda
at the table.
We look at each other, I look at the computer, I look at the phone, we look at the we don't really ever look at the camera, so.
Yeah. You guys don't look at the camera. I know that from editing
Yeah.
reels. All right. So this week we're talking about some of our most embarrassing mistakes. I feel like I have a lot, but I don't know. I feel like they're more like embarrassing moments for me, but.
Yeah, I have more embarrassing moments than embarrassing mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, right now, like, I'll just say I made a mistake. Like the car that we bought for mom, and like, I don't want to disparage Hyundai publicly.
No, disparage them.
But I'm just so irritated.
Canella, Lucky Penny is not a Lucky Penny.
Yeah, she has a Hyundai Santa Fe. It's 2024. Like it's a new car. Like this thing, it's in the shop now for the 4th time today, and I'm so annoyed. Like, and so they're like, "Hey, we did this thing on your transmission. Like this stuff's all covered by warranty, but I'm like, I'm gonna keep taking this car until you guys realize this is economically unbeneficial for you."
Yeah.
So anyway, that was an embarrassing mistake. I shouldn't have bought a Hyundai.
Never again.
I'm talking to a case manager. I got to give him a call after this recording. I'm going to say, like, dude, I'm on a podcast. I'm on 2 podcasts. Do you want to talk about this on this podcast?
Literally.
The listenership is not huge, but it could be.
It could be. This can come back to us. Okay, well, this is so embarrassing to me. Like, I think about it, and it's like one of those moments where you're like, I am just shaking my head at myself. It's like not even that. I don't know. So let me just set the stage. So my friend who is Hispanic and my roommate for my freshman year of college, it's her birthday coming up. And so me and my friends and her, we all go to Walmart to get some birthday supplies for her. We want to get her like a little cake and some decorations and whatever. And we're like walking down this birthday party celebration aisle of sorts, and there's these tiny little sombrero hats, not thinking that she's Hispanic or anything like that. I'm like, let's get these super cute little sombreros. And all of my roommates look at me and they're like, Addison, why would you ever say that?
Like, why wouldn't you?
And I was like, what? Like, they're so cute. I'd buy them for myself. Like, sorry. But then I didn't even like clock the fact that she's like.
Is she Mexican or is she just Hispanic?
I actually don't know, but she speaks Spanish.
So, yeah, she's any of it.
Yeah. So that's even more embarrassing.
It's like when somebody goes to South America, how is the Mexican food? It's like they don't eat Mexican food in Peru.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, and so then I'm like, okay, let's get these things. And they're like, why would you ever say that? That's like the most embarrassing thing you could ever say. And so I'm like sitting there. I'm just like, guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like disparage your home, whatever. Like, I don't even know. It was just such an embarrassing moment for me. And I think about it often.
See, so to me, I wouldn't be embarrassed about that at all. And that's like, I literally, the other day I was in a store and a girl was talking to her dad. So she's like 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
And she was talking about, I don't even know, like I just heard a very little bit of this. And she just said, yeah, like this person is black. And then the dad said, honey, you can't say that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, bull crap. Okay, you can say the word black. I think John and I talked about this. Like, I think his generation, so like kids that are teenagers right now, like they're afraid of saying black. Like somehow the color black is offensive or racist or whatever. And it to me is just stupid. And so it's okay to say black, like you can say the word, and especially if it's describing the characteristics of somebody. Like if their skin is a darker complexion, you would say, yeah, it's that black guy over there. Like it's okay.
I think it's like the generation, even probably my generation to an extent, has like a fear of being racist, especially because like we don't want to offend anybody. But then you go and you're like, oh, well, I'm white. Like that's not racist to me. But what's the difference of saying like somebody's white, somebody's black, somebody's Asian? I don't know. Like it's all, it's just like who you are. Like I feel like I don't know.
So I just got done. I know we talked about this a few weeks ago. I just got done with the book Suicidal Empathy.
Oh yeah.
Strong recommendation to listen to it. Because it kind of talks a little bit about what you were just saying about afraid of being accused of being racist or something like that. It's like, I think there's there's things that have gotten pushed to a crazy extreme
Yeah.
that we're like, let's just calm down. Like I was talking to Ralph the other day. So Ralph has a basketball coach, and his motivational method is yelling.
Mhm.
And if you want to demotivate Ralph, then yell,
Same.
right? Or
Yeah.
criticize him or whatever. And so I had to have this conversation with Ralph afterwards because I could just tell he was like really frustrated with what had gone down. And I said to him, I said, you need to understand that your coach is coming. He loves you and he wants you to succeed in basketball. And so anytime he says anything to you, take it with that understanding that he's coming at you with good intentions. Now, his delivery might suck, but he has good intentions. And I said, as long as you understand that, listen then to what he has to say because he does have good advice. And so going back with like being able to say black or buying a sombrero for a friend who's Hispanic, like it's good intentions. Like I'm not in doing this to be offensive. I'm doing this to be celebrated. So stop being so offensive.
Yeah.
Offended.
Yeah. 100%.
And maybe you're just racist. Maybe that's
Because that's who I am. Like,
like the cultural, like I speak Spanish. I'm clearly white. Like, should I not speak Spanish because that's cultural misappropriation? Like that's stupid.
yeah, I've seen videos on Instagram of these white girls going to get their hair braided. And people are like, oh my gosh, you can't do that. That's only for black people. I'm like, at that point, I feel like that is racist in a way of like, only these people can do that. It's like only white people can eat hamburgers or something. It's like, that's stupid.
Well, I mean, so yesterday we're doing this thing and it was quite silly. And so somehow Ralph ends up with Renee's eyeliner.
Oh yeah.
And so he draws on a mustache and eyebrows. And I tell him like, Ralph, I will pay you today's first day of school. I said, Ralph, I will pay you $20 if you go to school with drawn on eyebrows and a mustache. And he was like gonna do it. And then Renee's like, don't do it. And then grandma and grandpa are like, definitely don't do it because you might be accused of blackface. So I'm like, that's like what I told him is like what he should do is like just draw eyebrows on like every day for like like do slant like this if he's angry or be like, I'm surprised there's a test today. Like,
just to bring the eyeliner with him and throughout the day, erase it and just change it.
But like what's funny, like obviously that's funny, and he would be doing that for like class clownish reasons. And we'll talk about something, a new name apparently he has in a second. But like he would be doing it for reaction, but how is that any different than somebody who's like, oh, I'm a girl today or I'm a cat or whatever. It's like, okay, like we're going to tolerate this. We can tolerate somebody doing silly stuff with eyeliner.
But not Kevin.
Okay, so just real quick. So, I drove up, I'm here in Utah and I'm checking emails just real quick. And we get a first day of school. Dude, it is the first day of school. And we're starting off strong. And so we get this email from Ralph's geometry teacher. It says, today in class, I asked each student what name they prefer to go by. For example, if somebody's Jonathan, they might want to go by John. So Ralph raised his hand and said that he would like to be called Kevin. After saying this, he began laughing, which caused a disruption while I was beginning our first lesson of the school year. And we're like, for the love, dude. Like, anyway.
Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll have two embarrassing moments I'll share.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, whenever I think about this, like I literally like,
it's like that feeling in your stomach of like.
Yeah. So, 25 and plus years ago, I was the best man for my friend Ryan's wedding.
Oh, I know this story.
And so his wife has family in La Jolla, California. So we go to the La Jolla Country Club. Like, this is the most bougie experience I've ever had in my life at this point. Like, I've never been around so many rich people in my life. And so he comes up to me, goes, oh, hey, Josh, just so you know, like, you need to give a best man toast. And so I said, what do you want me to say? He goes, just say whatever you want. All right, cool. Like I'm a 2-time class clown champion. Like literally, like I've been class clown twice, like in 2 different yearbooks.
Yeah.
Should have been 3. They didn't want to give it to me back to back in middle school. And I just had a reputation of like, and Ryan knows that I'm like just open mouth, insert foot. And my goodness, this is so stupid. So I get up there, I begin the toast and I just say, hey, thank you everyone for coming out and supporting Brian and Crystal. And, it's amazing that we're here today, given how rocky of a relationship they had at the beginning. And I said, many people don't know this. Crystal will deny this till the day she dies, but I promise you it is 100% true. I said, on their first date, they have Brian's truck. We love his truck. And they got some Mexican food. Well, it had done something to Crystal's stomach and it was very upset. And she could not hold it in to the point that she farted and it was so stinky, they had to pull the truck over to air it out. Now, this is, I mean, first of all, it's not that funny. Like it's more stupid. This is like, if you're like 14, like maybe it's kind of funny. Like I'm 21 at this point, maybe 22. And like clearly my brain was not fully developed at that point in my life because I thought it was a lot funnier than the entire room did, who was like saying, who's this idiot? Yeah. Crystal starts shouting, that's not true. And I'm like, I told you she was going to deny it. And here it is now. And so anyway, then I like end it like, if Ryan and Crystal can overcome this stinky relationship or this stinky beginning, there's nothing that they can't overcome to Ryan and Crystal. And people are like, this is the worst best man ever. Like if he's the best man, I'd hate to meet anybody else. And I seriously think about this. I'm like, dude, like, why did I have to make their day like some sort of like stupid, funny moment?
Yeah. Oh, brother. Well, did they go get Mexican on their first date?
I have no idea. I have no idea if they did. I probably not.
That's awful. Thinking I have another embarrassing moment, which obviously you already know this, but when I hit my head on the piano was like, my teacher wanted me to memorize my music, which
It's be a lesson, memorize your music.
Yeah, I did not do. And I still, to this day, don't think I've ever memorized a piece of music.
You know what's funny? Like Jonathan he hears it, he can kind of read the notes, and then he memorizes it and doesn't even use the music.
I have to have the music. I am not talented in that way. And I also don't have the brain power to just like play it over and over and over again until I memorize it. Anywho, but so my teacher wanted me to memorize my music, which I did not do. And I proceed to go up to the piano and I have my loose leaf paper, setting it all up in the piano. And of course,
it was taped, wasn't it? Taped too?
No.
You got to do like your different sheets?
Nope, it was just single papers, which I learned later that I needed to at least tape them together so we could put one piece of paper up. But yeah, I remember a few minutes before that, it was really hot in the room. And so you got up and you turned on the AC and you got it pumping in there just in time for me to go up.
It probably really kicked on fully in the middle of your number.
It did, because that's when it started falling off the piano. And I'm doing the mad dash, trying to catch every single piece of paper. And I absolutely bang my head on the piano, causing a loud bong to emanate throughout the room. And it's just so embarrassing. And there's like people laughing. And that's like my worst nightmare. Of like I'm trying to do something serious and people are sitting there laughing at me.
Well, I mean, like tonight, like what's the chances this happens again tonight?
Likely.
Like, is your music going to blow off?
It won't blow off, but I do have we're doing a little quartet piece and I have some really high notes that I got to hit on my own. Like it's going to be very loud and prominent, and who knows, I could really botch them. Yeah. No, anything's possible.
So tonight, just so that we're setting the stage there. So you are part of a community orchestra.
Yes.
And tonight is the big deal.
Yeah, it's our performance. We have kids who are in 6th grade all the way up to my stand partner is probably in her 60s or 70s. So
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a wide range of skill sets and people. So it's really fun. But
yeah, so another embarrassing moment for me, I've learned this, like I don't even need the lecture that I'll probably get anyway. So we're out, like there's this lady in the neighborhood and, we'd become kind of friends with them. And so like every now and then, like, we'd have cookies, I'd take them cookies or, she's kind of going through some hard situations in life. And so anyway, just kind of go over every now and then and check in on her, make sure she was doing okay. So I go over one day to check in, like dropping off some cookies. And I'm just standing at the door talking with her. And I'm getting ready to leave. And I said, "Oh, hey, congratulations." And she goes, "What for?" I says, "Because you're pregnant." And it's like it just pregnant. And it just shot out there. And then she says, "Oh my gosh, do I look pregnant?" I'm like, I don't know why I said that. I'm so sorry. I might have heard, I don't know. I might have heard something. And I'm just like, I gotta go. And Like, yeah, of course you looked freaking pregnant. Like, why would I say it unless you looked pregnant, lady? Like, either you put on a lot of weight right in your belly, or you have a goiter there. I don't know. Like, you have something like,
Goiter.
of course you look pregnant. Like, and what I've learned from that is unless somebody specifically tells me, like, hey, I'm pregnant, I will never, like, you could be birthing at that moment, like having labor pains, and I will not assume that you're pregnant.
That's hilarious. That actually makes me think of a really sweet story of when well, it was a few weeks before I found out I was pregnant with Eliza, and I had to go to Las Vegas to get an ultrasound. And I we had I was like wearing a tight skirt, which obviously like I looked pregnant in, and I had just got back home from getting an ultrasound, and Ralph goes up to mom and is like, I think Addison's pregnant. And Ralph was like, obviously, he knows you never ask if a woman is pregnant. And so he goes over, or he's like, goes to mom, and mom's like, yeah, go ask her. And I overheard, so I knew what the situation. And I was like, Ralph, come ask me. And he was still like really nervous because he didn't want to hurt my feelings, but he was just being so cute and sweet. And he's like, Addison, are you pregnant? And I was like, Ralph, I'm pregnant. He was just so excited, but it was so cute because he was like, don't want to hurt my feelings, but he really thought there might be a possibility.
What you should have done is been like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Like, what, you think I'm fat? Like, go ahead and just say, hey, Maddie, or you look fat. Like, why don't you just say that? But yes, I am pregnant, by the way.
Yeah, you're right.
I've recognized this later on in my life, and I hate this talent that I have. But seriously, this is like a curse. This is not a talent. Like, I subconsciously pick up on people's weaknesses, and then I exploit it through my joking.
Yes, you do.
And and I've done it so many times where like Renee and I, like, we're hanging out with people and we'll like be in the car and I'm like, oh, it was a really fun night. And she's like, why did you say that? I'm like, what are you talking about? I was just joking around. She's like, why did you? And I'm like, I don't even know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
She's like, well, you just kept saying that over and over again. Like, I'm like, Renee, I have no idea like what you're talking about. Either like, I totally don't remember it. Or I'm like, oh yeah, that was really funny. She's like, no, don't you know that her mom just got diagnosed cancer? And I'm like, or whatever it is. Like, I have no idea. Like, I just make jokes because like my buddy Kevin, his mantra is, if it's funny, it's okay. and I seriously, I subscribe to that. Like, there's almost nothing that I won't joke about. There's maybe a couple things, but
yeah, I'm right.
But if it's funny, like, you got to give it its due. Like, yeah, it's still like, yeah, that might be a little offensive, but it's funny. So
who cares?
And
we're laughing.
And like, so like guys have this, if you're really friends, like if you're really friends with a guy, there's nothing you can't say to him.
Yeah.
And there's people that like I've wanted to say things to, and I know I can't because they'll get offended. They're not really my friend. Like they're a buddy. They're not really my friend.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like so at work for Brandon, he's constantly getting like teased and picked on by everybody else for like random things. And at the end of the day, they're always like, hey, we wouldn't joke with you if we didn't like you. And Brandon's like, yeah, like he's totally fine, always rolls off his shoulders. But it's just, it's so true. Like, if you truly like somebody, then you know whatever they say that it's not going to really like hurt them deep down.
Yeah. So at work, this was probably 3-4 years ago. So they would always do these like, hey, the Gold Knights are playing, so you can wear jeans in your Gold Knight gear today. And it was just, part of me is like, how many dress up days are we gonna have or whatever? Like, dude, like, it's at some point,
wear your pajamas to work.
It's like at some point, like, hey, I don't care that the Knights are playing. Let's just wear your normal work attire. Like, it's gonna be okay if we don't dress up anyway. So I noticed that every time they would do the dress day, the Knights would lose. And so hockey fans are incredibly superstitious. And so they're not even a little stitious, they're superstitious. and so shout out Michael Scott. And so this guy like in HR that would send out this email, I would say like, hey, I just so like the last 3 times we did this, they lost. So if they lose again, this is on you. And like, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Now I'm also like an executive at my company, and sometimes people take my jokes to be serious, especially
You're higher up.
And I'm sarcastic, and it can be delivered very dry at times because that's the sarcasm is best delivered dry. And so, anyway, so they lose again, and so I respond like, "Hey, just so you know, like that loss is totally on you." And so then he does it again, and then they lost. It was like an elimination game, and so I sent another email. I said, I said something to the effect of like, "You not only owe the entire company an apology, you owe the entire city an apology, and I would request that you send a letter to the editor of the RJ expressing your role in their loss and asking for an apology." Now, like, clearly I'm joking. Clearly, I don't need him to write a letter to the editor.
Yeah.
But this guy decides like that was offensive. And so he goes to the head of HR, who then sends me and my boss email like, we need to have a discussion about this. This is bullying and
workplace harassment.
Yeah. And I'm like, so I like read it and I was like, are you freaking serious? I like marched upstairs and I go into this guy's office. Like, I said, are you being serious right now? And he was like, yeah, what you said was really offensive to me. And I'm like, message received. Trust me, I will never, ever joke with you ever again. So if I ever talk to you, it will only be business. I will never have any other conversation with you. Please, I apologize. I did not mean to offend you. I see that you've been offended, but I will literally never talk to you about anything other than work again. I've never said anything other than work related.
Well, that's awkward. That's like, oh man, some people are sensitive to some things.
Yeah. And again, like, I guess lesson I need to learn is know my role and when and who not to joke with.
That's oof. That's crazy. Do you have any more?
All right. So when I was 16, maybe 17, I went on a date to the county fair.
Oh yeah. This is a good story.
And my dad swears he like took us to the county fair all the time as a kid. I do not remember ever going to the county fair. And if we did have like rode the rides.
Yeah.
But so anyway, we went out. I didn't realize there was tons of food out there. So being cheap, I'm like, hey, let's just grab something quick at McDonald's and then we'll drive out there. So that's what we did. I blame McDonald's for the story. So we meet up with my buddy Tyson and he had a girlfriend at the time. And so we said, hey, let's do a warm-up ride, which was one of those rides that spins around as fast as you can. And apparently you're supposed to just hold on to the thing and look straight ahead.
Yeah.
It's like the tilt-a-wheel, like
it
tilts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. And I'm a funny guy, at least I thought I was. And so me and Tyson were like, whoa, we're like moving our head forward, like looking around. And it's making the experience 1,000 times worse than it already was. And I didn't realize I was sensitive to spinny rides, apparently. And so we get out of that. I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, that was the absolute worst. Like, I feel miserable. And so the next one, I'm like, let's go on the zipper. So the zipper is, I don't know, I think it's like an arm, and an arm kind of rotates, and you're in these cages.
And it like the cages flip while it's going in a circle.
Yeah. And so you're kind of rocking, and every now and then you might get so at some point, like we're at the top and it drops. And so we do a flip as it drops. And my stomach just goes like it was very upset with me. And I'm just like the whole time, I'm just like focused, like, do not throw up, do not throw up, do not throw up. Like it just hurts. And so now the ride's slowing down. Am I boring you?
No, I'm tired.
If you're watching, I was just or not watching. I was just big yawning. And so it's now slowing. It's like letting me get people off, and my stomach's just in a rage. And I get to the point where I'm like, I can't hold this any longer. And so I said to Kelly, she was sitting on my right. I said,
your date.
My date. Yeah. I said, Kelly, I'm going to throw up. Which way, left or right? And she goes left. And so I kind of scoot over next to her and I go, bleh. And so we get out of the ride and I'm like, we tell the guy like, hey, sorry, man, you got to clean up a little bit right here. And he thinks we're joking until he sees like the puke all over and so they have to hose it down. And then all of a sudden I go, Kelly, I'm not done. She goes, garbage can. And I'm sprinting this trash can. I mean, the rest of the night, I was just the fun houses is all I could do.
Those are fun.
I mean, sometimes they were. The mirrors messed me up. So we're driving home and like I had an 89 Toyota Tercel, right? Thing had like 4 cylinders, maybe. Thing like maxed out like 70 miles an hour. I'm like redlining that thing home, like driving her all as fast as I could. And, like, kind of a little crush on her. And I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna walk her to the door, but I gotta like this has to be as fast as possible. As soon as I drop her at the door, like I'm sprinting to my car, peeling out, driving home. I spent the rest of the night in a Russian flu, like puking and pooping. It was
Gosh.
so I got food poisoning from something.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I literally lost like 10 pounds in a day.
Oh my
It
God.
was miserable.
That's awesome. So that makes me think about the other day, Jonathan came up for his volleyball tournament, or not tournament, volleyball
Camp.
for the week. And his friend Trevor came along with him too. And so I took them to the drop off of the event. And so before that, I got them into their rooms, and then they're like, "Oh, let's go get swig." I'm like, "Okay, sure, let's go get some swig." So we get some swig, and then we're headed to Chick-fil-A for some lunch.
Why not?
And while we're there, I noticed Jonathan's friend Trevor is not really eating his food. And so I'm like, "Hey, Trevor, like, you doing okay? You need something else? We can get you whatever you want. This is your last meal before camp."
Yeah. Want to have some
Get some food. And he's like, "Oh, my stomach's just a little upset." I was like, "Okay, well, like, let me know what you need. I'll help you out, whatever." And he's like, "Okay." And we're finally like packing everything up, gonna go get him dropped back off at the dorm, ready for the rest of their week of camp. And while we're exiting, it's like a food court area at BYU, and we're exiting the food court, and he goes, "My stomach doesn't feel so good," and he's sprinting to this trash can. Now, picture the trash can, right?
You have like a lid over it.
Yeah, it's a trash can with like a little dome lid over it. So there's openings, but it's not like take it off kind of a situation. So he goes, turns his head sideways, shoves his head in the hole, turns it back the other way, and is like throwing up into the trash can. And Jonathan's immediate reaction is to die laughing. He's like laughing at him. I'm like, "Jonathan, shut up, shut up."
You should have filmed it.
He was like pulling out his phone to take a picture. I was like, "Don't film him. Don't take a picture of him. Go be nice to your friend who's obviously not feeling good." And so we're all just like sitting there. Everybody's laughing. And then Trevor eventually pulls his head out of the trash can. He's like, "Guys, I feel so much better now." And we just head back to the dorms, and he was totally fine. But we were dying laughing. It was very funny.
So that's what guys do is we clown each other.
I know, but for me, I'm like, if somebody was like laughing at me while I'm throwing up, I would not be very happy about that.
See, the only thing that could have made this better is if like his head had somehow got stuck in it.
Oh, yeah, that, or he couldn't get his head in and he's like throwing up. Like, that would also be pretty funny.
Oh man, that's good.
Liza's starting to scream in her bed. But before we end, do you have any joys from the week?
Oh yeah, so Renee and I went to a Lionel Richie concert the weekend, and Lionel Richie, like you know all of his songs, like even whether you know it or not, like you probably know all of his songs, and it was just a lot of fun. We had a quick like getaway date for that, and that's Eliza's scared in the back, and I'm coming, and that was a lot of fun. I know I had something else too, but anyway, yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, we went to Brandon had a little work swim party, and it was so fun. Liza was so excited to be there. It's just so fun doing these little things with her because she loves them. She loved the slides. She was so brave. She went down a really big slide with Brandon, and she was like, "Slide!" Like, she loved it. And we had pizza, and so she has like pizza sauce all over her face. So that was super fun, and yeah, just really good week. So
good. I'm about to get my joy on for the week right here. Go see my granddaughter here.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And you can watch me perform. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that a thing? Is that happening?
Yeah. Anywho, well, it was good chatting with you, Dad.
Good chatting with you. So, yeah, learn from our mistakes. Don't throw up on carnival rides.
Yeah. Don't be racist.
Don't be racist. We're laughing at that.
I know. Anywho, well, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.